This is exactly right.
Sometimes the hardest part of therapy is just getting started.
For real, which is why having help that's flexible, accessible, and easy to fit into your life matters.
And that's exactly what Talkspace is designed for.
Talkspace therapy and psychiatry is covered by most insurers, and most insured members pay a copay of $0.
Part of the mission of Talkspace is to provide quality care that is accessible and affordable, whether or not you're insured.
Talkspace has really made it just a kind of no-brainer to try therapy. If you're nervous about talking to someone, if you're nervous about the money, if you're nervous about leaving the house, you don't have to deal with any of that. They have covered it. And for me, like, that is best way to get into therapy. Take all the what ifs out.
You know you got to do it.
You know you do.
As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off of your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80.
That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80. Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye. The Hulu original series Furious is coming to Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus on July 27th.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious on July 27th.
Streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. Hello, you guys.
Hello.
Welcome to this middle of the summer
Oh, God.
episode
Of My Favorite Murder.
the podcast.
The podcast that's on vacation.
That's right. So what are we doing talking to you here? Well, we missed you guys.
We miss you deeply. We're sorry to be away.
Yeah.
We're coming back.
Yeah.
But in this way that's
We just needed a minute. It's like we're having a moment. We were so fucking overwhelmed and I feel better already.
Oh my God. You should see my skin.
It's glowing. Greenish. It's got a greenish hue.
I'm sweating and I've started in Chernobyl. Yeah, so we decided we would do a new recording so that if you missed us, you wouldn't be mad anymore.
Yeah. So we're going to do a Q&A episode specifically about the book. And on the fan cult, a bunch of people wrote in on the forum questions about the book. We haven't seen them.
Yeah, we're just going to read off of paper that we haven't looked at. But
that's the level of vacation we're on.
Yeah, we're kind of come in and read off a piece of paper level. Oh, that's what we always do. But first of all, can we just say thank you so much for the overwhelming feedback and support for this book. Yes. We've said it a million times, but it was hard to write. It was hard to release, expose ourselves. And we knew you'd be there for us, but I was definitely surprised at the amount of positive feedback and people saying that they loved it is so lovely.
It is.
We really appreciate
overwhelming. We feel so grateful that we got you guys to support us because you're so supportive.
Yeah.
And that was a really hard thing to do.
You're supportive of our dirty little secret.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're like the best moms ever.
Can we turn that light off? Or can we read? Yeah, let's get in the mood.
Ooh, yeah.
The moodiness.
Stephen, light the disco ball as we read your questions about our book, Stay Sexy, Don't Get Murdered, featuring Paul Giamatti.
That's right.
That's now the full official title, by the way.
Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Ask me a question and we'll both answer it.
Okay, great. The first question on this piece of paper Stephen printed for us is from Zizi. Oh, I have plenty of questions, but the most pressing. To Karen, when did you join AA?
Oh.
You mentioned the trip to the hospital where you realized 12 drinks every night is 10 too many for a body to handle. I'm wondering how long between this realization and the start of AA and the journey in between that brought you there. So I'll stop there because now there's a to Georgia. But
Okay.
I'll stop there and answer it. I am not in AA. I try to tell people this when we do our meet and greets. I am not in a program. I stopped drinking because I started having seizures. And later I joined a 12-step program for eating disorders, which helped me immensely. I've gone back to and dropped out of because, of course, it's very, very difficult. But I got a lot of recovery in that program, have never gone to AA for quitting alcohol, but not because it was so simple, but because having seizures scared me so badly that for a long time I was like, I'm never going to drink again. I've had like a glass of champagne at weddings here and there over the years because it's been since 1997, but it always makes me sick or I get drunk really fast in a weird way and then don't like it.
I think it's really cool, and I always have that you make sure to tell people that you are not in the program. You don't want to you're not trying to trick anyone being like, I'm sober Karen. You're just really straightforward about what works for you, what works for you. And it doesn't, that might not work that probably won't work for most people who have alcohol problems.
Right.
But you're open and clear about it. I think that's cool.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's a big thing. And I think if you are in a place where you feel like you need help and it's out of your control, I absolutely recommend 12-step programs because the structure and the community, it makes you see that this is a thing that you can let go of.
And you're not alone.
Yes, exactly. It's very common, and there's lots of people there with good help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never claimed to be an AA for that. Probably the misunderstanding is me talking about 12-step programs, and I was talking about the ones for eating disorders, which also have a lot of great help.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my journey.
Cool.
To Georgia, is there another author that you would love to meet? Loved how your passion for reading was present throughout the book. Absolutely jealous you had the best chance to meet Ray Bradbury, legend. You guys are the bestest. You too, Stephen, in parentheses.
My other favorite author is Douglas Adams, who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He's also deceased. So, this is a who would you have dinner with game.
Living or dead, sure.
Yeah. And he is just so hilarious and funny with that British wit and sense of humor. I highly recommend listening to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. Audiobooks, which he reads and are so fucking...
the author reads them himself?
Douglas Adams reads them.
Awesome.
He's so fucking cool and funny and entertaining. I would just cry meeting him.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, your turn. What reactions to the book being released have surprised you? Can we talk about my mom's reaction?
It's up to you.
This is from Kat. Also, do you think everyone has read your book, then immediately read Daring Greatly? Love you both so much. I think Brene Brown owes us royalties.
Yep.
And we're going to need...
an honorary doctorate.
That's right. And we're going to want our own TED Talk.
And we're gonna...
And
I wanna...
love it. So my mom texts, the weirdest reaction, I think, has been from my mom, who texts me and Karen on a thread together, how she has your number. I'm sorry.
I gave it to her.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That said, Karen said, Georgia, I love this part that you wrote, and then wrote, Karen, you don't know this, but you're a right winger because us right wingers have the same philosophy of you that lefties are lazy and need to pick themselves up off their own boot. What it was like, some rant about.
It was about being responsibility.
Right.
Essentially.
But against left wing people who are liberal, like you and
us.
I.
Yes. Yeah.
And I got so fucking angry at her. I responded, Mom, period. And then I got on a different thread with her and just fucking went off on her and was like, Karen wrote about her mother fucking dying of Alzheimer's, and you have the gall to call her, to call that out. Anyway.
Just to make it political.
Make it political, which I've asked you not to do.
But I would say this.
Yeah. I mean, it's my mom, so of course I'm going to get mad.
It's your mom. And also, families always think, and when you're that close with people, they always think they can be the ones that say things, because especially with parents, they always think they're smarter than you.
Right.
So they're going to inform you about what you can't see about yourself.
Right.
And I think she was just trying to be in it with us, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't care.
I know you don't.
But I feel like so many people have been radicalized with this political thing, and there are people that are feeling things they haven't felt in years because they suddenly belong, and everything's real clear and black and white and simple.
Right.
And
Good
that's
and
when
bad.
you know, if things are black and white and simple, that's when you know you're in a bad place.
Yeah.
Because
There's no nuance.
no, there's no context, there's no subtlety, there's no gradient. Could it be this or this?
That's a good point.
You know, and that's a lot of people are scared these days. I'm not making apologies for anybody. Absolutely. I will say this, if let's throw parents under the bus. my dad texted me after he read it and said, didn't tell me he was reading it, didn't say anything. And then all he texted me was, when were you a latchkey kid?
Oh, out of nowhere? Oh my God.
And I said, Dad, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. This is not a discussion anymore.
Wow.
But I mean, it's funny. He's always had that a little bit of like, oh yeah, I don't know about how we did. You know, my parents just did what they had to do.
And what was done at the time.
And what was very common.
Yeah.
But it was really funny because he was like, I thought latchkey meant that you didn't have parents and you were just in an apartment by yourself.
No, it's just light neglect is all it is.
Yes, exactly. It's just like everybody in the 80s who were just like, you know, get home yourself, and if you can jump in a van on the way, so be it.
Okay, you want to ask a question?
Let's see. This one's from Bad Granny.
Okay.
I want to know more about how Karen and Georgia managed to maintain and apparently grow their friendship while also writing a book together. Man, I don't like group projects. And I don't know if any of my relationships would survive working with me on a long-term, important, deadline-driven writing project. Look, I know I'm the problem in these situations, but it's only because I am almost always right and usually belligerently wrong on those rare occasions when I might be wrong. How did they do it?
Bad Granny.
Bad Granny.
Great questions.
Such a good question.
We don't know. Do you know?
I feel like that's when we started going to therapy, right?
Right.
But it was also like if we were stacking up big responsibilities, that was like the third brick in the stack.
Yeah.
We were in the mode of make it work, get it done.
Yeah.
And I think the key to it was when we realized the book should be like the show and we should be writing our own essays.
Right.
Because no one writes a memoir together unless you have like a ghostwriter or something.
We have completely different writing styles, you know. And also I think that throughout the whole thing, the podcast and everything, is that it was so quickly successful that there was no like backing down.
Right.
We both kind of knew we had to move forward, and there was a good reason to, which is, you know, making it work.
Yes, that's right. And I think that we did going to therapy and talking stuff through, for me anyway, it felt like that thing of like, we both knew that whatever the problems were in the interim, big picture, we wanted it to work. We wanted to be happy, and we wanted to take this success and not like basically what I was always afraid of, but also sabotage it.
Oh, right.
Where it's like, she made me quit or any of that bullshit that I've definitely done in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that sabotage thing is right. We have this amazing chance. This is the first, you know, this is what I've been praying for.
Yeah.
You can't fucking just walk away and be like, well, fuck you then, which is like my instinct all the time.
All the time.
Fuck everything.
Well, also it makes you start thinking, and like, we won't get so far into it, but it also makes you go like, when you fight about things, what are you actually fighting about as opposed to the topic?
Yeah.
Because you're never fighting about the topic, really.
Yeah, what is it really? It's like anger or hurt.
Hurt and control and fear.
Yeah.
And
fear, yeah.
I don't like talking about any of those things or admitting to any of those things.
Me neither.
But we had to.
Oh, that makes you a righty. Okay. Well, here's another one. Was there ever a time in the last 3 years that the two of you almost called it quits because the relationship wasn't working? This was from Irish Amy 5. She says that's a lot of time together between podcasts, book writing, and touring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
I feel like as angry as we've gotten at each other, or like the fights that we've been in.
Yeah.
And I think it's always a power move to be like, I'm going to walk away. Like everybody has that ace up their sleeve always.
Totally.
We got like a third party in to be the neutral negotiator early enough
Yeah.
that was no longer the card that was ever going to get played.
Right.
Was like, then fuck you then.
Yeah.
If you don't
Like, I
want to
don't
make
want
the
this.
shirt I want,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. And then also it's like, you know that walking away makes it your own fault kind of too. Or it's like you just decided not to work on yourself anymore.
Yeah.
I think having Vince for me too, to like bitch to, and then for him to be the voice of reason to me as well has been really helpful. And I'm sure, you know, who you bitch to has a level fucking head. Lizzie.
Jesus.
Oh,
The Lord on high.
Steven.
Yeah, that's true. You have to. Yeah, but you know what I was thinking recently too is because we've talked about this before too. It would be a lot for a friendship.
Yeah.
But this basically, I feel like we skipped from acquaintanceship to sisterhood.
We're totally sisters
We're
now.
sisters.
And it's almost like rougher because, you know, I could say anything to my fucking sister and guess what, bitch, you're still related to me.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And
Which
that's
is
kind
good.
of, that's the situation we are in, where
Yeah.
it's kind of like, still have to do the show.
Right.
Still have to do the show. But it's good because I have all my life had the habit of walking away.
Yeah.
Of like, I'll fucking flip the table with the Monopoly set on it happily and ruin the rest of vacation.
Yeah.
Like, I love chaos and I love drama.
Yeah.
And so to be in a situation where it's that thing, and I'm sorry, but this is like the Ram Dass podcast I'm listening to all the time. You find your guru and you find the person that needs to teach you what you need to learn.
Yeah.
And that's how life goes, I believe.
Yeah.
So I just had to start going in my most stressed, in my most like using macaroni and cheese as drugs.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, what am I supposed to actually be? I'm supposed to be changing. Here.
Right.
I'm not supposed to be holding the line. I'm supposed to be changing and growing.
Yeah.
So how about I do that?
Find what that is.
Yeah.
Eat a little bit of the mac and cheese. It's fine.
Yeah, but there's better things.
Yeah.
And it's like, ultimately, don't be so scared of growing. It's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not.
There are some questions humanity may never be able to answer, like, what's the meaning of life?
Or even worse, what do I make for dinner?
Luckily, Hungry Root has one of those covered.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Imagine a world where shopping, planning, and cooking food is simple and stress-free. That's a reality with Hungry Root.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less.
I complain about dinner and cooking and that kind of stuff constantly. And Hungry Root provides exactly the thing I'm complaining about's solution. Like they make a zesty chicken avocado sweet potato bowl that is exactly what I want at the end of the day, but would never, ever take the time to make. And with Hungry Root, it's just right there. It's waiting for you.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
You know your favorite summer clothes by what actually makes it into your suitcase.
Find the outfits you'll wear all season long at Quince.
Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces you'll reach for all summer long. They're lightweight, effortless to style, and they start at just $32.
Their denim is soft and comfortable, and their organic cotton sweaters are perfect for layering when evenings get cold.
Quince's beautiful 14-karat gold jewelry adds a subtle finishing touch.
So I just went to Italy, and you bet I brought my 100% European linen scoop neck midi dress along with me in the color of floral waterfall, and I wore that thing all over Italy. It was like the perfect day to night. It just looked so pretty. And I felt like I looked sophisticated while still being comfortable.
Make your summer wardrobe feel easier.
Head to quince.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Go to QUINCE.com/MFM for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
So this is from CC Luz. Is there anything you are wishing you had not written now that it's out? Or the reverse of this? And just a comment, Georgia, I don't know how many times I have heard you talk about Kim's observation of the altar of self-doubt, but I've always been like, yeah, got it. Have some confidence, got it. But after reading your fuller thoughts on this, I get it. So much more than a matter of self-esteem, but a call to jump in. Really jump in. Makes me happy to hear that she herself realized it was a breakthrough moment, like a goddamn real-life Goodwill Hunting or Ordinary People. And it's a testament to your writing and explanation that I finally understood. Thanks, Stephen. You're a gem.
Thank you. That's so nice to hear. The thing about writing the book is that we really wanted to come across and get our thoughts and feelings across. And especially in that chapter, when I'm writing about therapy and depression and anxiety and like the most prevalent, part of my life, I really wanted to make it clear. So that was really fucking hard. And I think I'm happiest with that chapter than I am with any other chapters. I like fuck politeness too.
And is there anything you regret writing?
No, I wrote about taking my top off for a photographer, and I'm so fucking glad I did. Like,
good.
I don't regret that at all.
You shouldn't, because that's the part people talk to you about a lot.
Yeah.
And that came up almost like, it feels like every interviewer, people asked us about it.
Yeah.
Because I think it happens.
Yeah.
What
about you?
There is no. At the end, first of all, I don't remember what I wrote, and I haven't reread it. And in 10 years, I'll probably read it, and then I'll be all happy, and I'd be able to answer any question you want. But I think the way that came out, I kind of honor that's how it is with making stuff and creativity. Sometimes it has to come out as it comes out, and you don't get to. It's not about it being this perfect thing or making the perfect statement.
Yeah.
It's like. It's about getting out the thing that you need to say. Yeah. So, part of me regrets all of it because that was private and I don't like that public life.
It's so exposed.
But, and that's all I was kind of thinking about beforehand. But since we talked to people face to face, clearly it was exactly how it was supposed to happen.
Right.
So, yeah, not yet.
Good.
No regrets yet.
Good.
But I'll always hold out for some space for regret.
Oh, it's always got to be there. Karen.
Yeah.
This is from Jean Marie Gibson. Every time you talk or write about your mother, you share with all of us the joy, humor, and wit that she had and the honest struggles and hardships of her illness. I feel very honored that you have shared so much of her with us and trust us with her legacy. If you had to pick one word to sum up the wonder that is Pat Kilgariff, what word would you choose?
I mean, badass.
Yeah.
She really was like, and thank you. That's lovely. It's also, when someone dies of Alzheimer's, they go away in slow motion. So writing those chapters about her, I got to remember her from like when she was like my active daily mom every day and really go into those memories. And it was like, there's parts of our brain that when you think of something, you're there. It like really delivers you to that space and that time. And I got to like take that chunk and then kind of put it and replace it with the more recent memories where I really didn't like that person, which there's a lot of guilt around that.
Yeah.
And people that have to be around, relatives who have Alzheimer's, you don't like the sick person because they're really hard to be around, and it isn't them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you for the reception of my real version of my mom. Yeah, who was the opposite of how she was when she was sick. So there was just this real additional layer of the bummer, kind of.
Yeah. Well, it was great. I mean, we really got to know her in the book, and it was like fun.
And she I can't tell you how much she would be loving this.
Aww.
Like, my mom was the mom that if you had dinner at our house when we were in high school, she would like, whoever my friend was that she brought over for dinner, she'd be like, do you want a glass of wine? She was always like trying to be the cool mom and the fun mom and the like mom you could talk to.
Yeah.
And people really treated her that way. Like my friends and my sister's friends would like confide in my mom and tell her problems. And my mom would just be like, hey, listen, here's the deal. You've got to blah, blah. Like, she was really good at it. So,
you know what? I think that my reaction to my mom's text, part of that was like, it makes me feel guilty and sad that it's my mom who gets to react to it. And that's how she fucking does it. Instead, your mom would probably be like my dad, which is full of praise and proud and everything.
But that, I will remind you, not to argue,
Yeah.
but that was one moment. She had lots of other reactions.
Yeah.
She was there at the book launch in New York, which, again, thank you everybody at Forge and Macmillan. They rented us. I don't know if we even got to talk about this because it was on break time, but rented us. We had the back room, like the private book room.
The rare books room.
At the Strand bookstore in New York City, which is a very big fucking deal to us anyway.
Yeah.
And Janet flew out and was there and was stoked. She was going around the room. She talked to everybody.
Took photos of just the most inane, random. I know. She was so
she
proud.
brought great mom energy to that day and like in a very grounding way where sometimes we go through this stuff and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. It's like getting on an elevator and then you're just like, okay, bye. Okay,
well, it's fun to watch it through other people's eyes too, because when like you see a friend or someone who's like I have Emily Gordon, my friend, was at a family vacation and her like niece was like freaked out that we knew, and she was like, I didn't realize how crazy it was until my niece wants a signed copy of your book and couldn't believe that I know you.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I guess I just wish my mom had said something encouraging and nicer, because it's, you know, I feel bad that your mom doesn't get to enjoy it too. And then my mom swoops in with some fucking political comment.
Look, though, that's just, this is where we are.
Yeah.
And, you know, who knows what, my mom could have said something passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, she was no fucking saint. There were definitely minuses. Like, you know, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that. I know Janet's super proud of us and she was thrilled after that.
Here's another one for you.
Okay.
Karen, did you find it easy to date again after divorce? I'm going through a divorce now and feeling ready to date, but I don't know how to shake the weird guilt I feel. And this is from V. McTurnan.
Oh my God, that's a great question. I don't know if I'm the best person to ask though, because before, like, I've never dated. I was a comic and an alcoholic. So I came up in my 20s.
So you were a catch.
Basically, yes. Who wants to take me home? So it was always just like, suddenly there was a guy that didn't leave, is what it felt like to me. So when I would say, not only did I find it hard to date after I got a divorce, I had no idea what was going on top of which, and this is something, I don't know how old you are. What's her name? V?
V.
But times have changed. And like, even in a very short amount of time, like 5 years, I made a joke to this guy once about, hey, now you can call me. And his face dropped. It was as if I had gotten down on one knee and asked him to marry me. And that's when I realized, oh, no one calls each other anymore. It's only texting.
And apps and fucking...
Texting and apps and distance and ghosting. And if I like you, I'm going to wait 2 weeks, but I probably won't even get a hold of you anyway. Because
there's someone better out there and I want to date them.
Yes. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. So if you meet someone you like...
Freak
go
out.
for it. Yeah. Freak out and go for it.
Start screaming.
Yeah. But I'd say then don't jump into it like with everything, because like go slow probably.
Go slow and also, save it. Like, I mean, I'm still talking about my therapist about it, because there was a time where I said to her, like, I just won't be able to. So unless someone literally rings my doorbell, I can't do this.
Well, I think that's a good thing to say too, is that to let your close friends and trusted friends know that you're dating again. So if they know of anyone, keep you in mind.
Yes.
And that way you're not doing the apps. You're not trying to meet someone at a bar cold turkey, which is, you know, they're thinking of you and thinking of their single friends. And
right. And also, here's something I think is really helpful. And I can't remember if I read this or someone said it to me, but it only really works out once, twice, if you're lucky 3 times at all.
Yeah.
So you can't get discouraged every time someone isn't into you or you're not into another person.
That's a great point.
It rarely works out. So if it finally does, just know that it's like, you should expect either rejection or disappointment. It's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah.
Try to have fun in the meantime. Keep it light.
Yep.
Keep it light and keep it moving. And finally we developed the plan. I think my friend Bradford and I always have 5 crushes. So that if somebody disappears or lets you down or whatever,
Who
you can just fucking
cares?
move on down the line.
I love it.
And do that until it feels like you shouldn't do that anymore.
I met Vince 3 months after I ended my engagement.
Really?
With my ex. 3 months later, and I was dating someone else. And I met him, and like that night was like, sorry, dude, we're not dating anymore. I was like, this guy.
Yes.
Yeah. You never know when it's going to. That's the thing, too. I always tell my friends, too, is like, it takes it could be one night that changes it all.
Yes.
It's not like it's going to be the next 2 years of your life. You could randomly fucking run into someone and meet someone, and suddenly you're with them now,
Yes.
It's like you just don't know.
So with that being said, and let's just keep on talking about this.
Great.
But the one thing I do like either regret or try to keep aware of now is I am a huge, along with all of my addictions and food and alcohol and whatever, I'm a huge isolator. It's like I get overwhelmed and that's all I can do. It's just like, everybody leave me alone. You have to go out and just be around. You don't have to go on dates. Just be in public. Go to the movies with your friends. Spend time with people. Stay social. Because really what I ended up doing was I was completely isolating. And then the times where I would meet someone that I liked, it became this huge deal that felt like I can't handle how big this is.
Because you had no other life. That was
Yes.
like you were relying on this person to be your life. And that is so scary and overwhelming. But when you have this big full life with friends and options and crushes, then that one dude that you meet that maybe isn't that great even.
You don't know. You can't know until you know. And also when you come at someone with that energy,
Oh, God, yeah.
even if they think you're the coolest person in the world, they will run the fuck away.
right.
When it's like, it's you, the one that's going to save me.
I need you.
Crazy
All
person.
right, you go.
Oh, this is good. This is from Sherry. What's the story of how you got sweet baby angel Paul Giamatti to do the audiobook? You said in the previous Q&A how hard it was to write the book. How hard was it to record the audiobook, to read your written words? The book is great, but you really need to get the audiobook and hear, she's just talking to everybody, and hear Georgia and Karen and Paul tell you the stories.
Aww.
So much more emotional hearing it than reading it for me.
Thank you. Karen's joked about Paul Giamatti a few times in like who's going to play you in a movie of her life. Karen says Paul Giamatti. And then we were being asked, are you guys going to record the audiobook?
Right.
And on Twitter and shit, which I think drove you crazy.
Well, yeah, it's just like, what else do we do but talk into microphones and our own book? But so I made the very sarcastic joke that it would be Paul Giamatti reading the audiobook. And then I would say it was like a couple months later. It wasn't immediate. I woke up one morning and had an email in my inbox from Paul Giamatti, which was, and it was basically him saying, hey, I heard you guys talked about me. I'm so honored. I love the show. And, which was, of course, in and of itself crazy and awesome.
And you thought it was fucking fake, which
I thought it was fake because I come from a long line of 90s comedians who absolutely would do that to you, make you answer, and then make fun of you for being excited. So I started to write back an email that said, hey, you know what? Fuck you, whoever this is, because I didn't recognize the email. And it was like, whoever this is, you're a dick, and like, fuck you. And then I, thank God, hit pause and was like, now hold on, because who knows?
Because this life has been fucking crazy the past couple of years.
Exactly.
So it could be Paul Giamatti.
It could. Don't tell Paul Giamatti to fuck off yet. Like, put a 48-hour hold on.
Make sure it's actually Paul Giamatti you're telling to fuck off, and not some random comedian.
Really get specific. So when I finally answered the email, I basically said, this is thrilling. We think you're the best. And if you do want to know why we were talking about you, and if you do want to be a part of the audiobook, we would love it. Sorry to be gross and
ask you for something.
Hollywood ask, but might as well do it. And he immediately wrote back, I'd love to. Sounds great. Like, it was the easiest booking in the world.
Yeah.
And then he actually came through and did it, which, I mean, we weren't there for it.
No, we haven't met him yet.
We haven't met him. He just did this thing
This
for
like
us.
favor for it was a favor.
It was a huge favor. And he has, what do you, he has
Billions?
millions? Is it billion?
billions. He's millions and billions of dollars probably.
He has plenty of shit to do.
Yeah.
And he took the time. We still haven't sent him like a gift basket or
shit.
anything. We talked about sending him a muffin basket.
Steven, get him an edible arrangement. Jay.
Can you send?
I love
yeah,
Steven was
exactly.
like, that's not my fucking job
Now
anymore.
we called Steven and Steven calls Jay. That's,
yeah.
That's now the order. I think the edible arrangement where it's pineapple dipped in dark chocolate
Yes.
is probably
We're not going to scrimp.
no way. We're
Not
going to
for Paul.
splurge on Giamatti.
That's right.
Every time I talk about Paul Giamatti, I think I've said this. My dad, if I mention his name to my father, my father says, "Have you ever heard about his father?" And then he starts to lecture me about Paul Giamatti's father,
Who
was-
owned a baseball team, right?
he
Is that wrong?
commissioner.
Of baseball.
Yeah, he was like a big deal in baseball, but he also was like a professor.
Jesus.
He's a big deal.
Okay. And
We love you, Paul Giamatti.
thanks, Paul
Thank
Giamatti.
you.
We love you. As for recording the audiobook, that was so intimidating because I'm such a huge audiobook fan, and I stop listening to books that are having, a narrator I don't like.
Right.
And I fucking hate my voice. And I've tried to listen to the audiobook a little bit on my own just to, fucking cross check. And God, it's annoying.
Right. I mean, of course. That's the age-old thing. Is like the first time you hear your voice on an answering machine or something, and you're just like, no, don't let that be me. I also cried recording the audiobook. Of course, I was supposed to record the first chapter first, and it was the mom chapter, and it was 9 a.m, and God, the poor sound guy, the recording engineer, I wish I remembered his
Kevin?
name.
I'm going to say Kevin.
It's
Not Kevin.
something Kevin-y. He was like, I felt so bad. I was just like, sorry, can I do a different chapter first? He's like, yes. Like, oh
No,
my
he was
God.
sweet.
He didn't want to get into it.
Our friend of the show, Shmoo, says, Karen, your Latchkey Kid chapter made me laugh really hard. Was your sister involved in writing that chapter? If not, how did she react when she read it? Is that how she remembered those hours after school?
That is such a good question. Because interestingly enough, I wrote that chapter at my sister's house.
Oh, that must have helped.
Yeah. I think it was either Christmas or Thanksgiving or some kind of a holiday that we were on 6 months
On
behind.
deadline, yep.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that, how we were constantly and always 6 months behind in that book. But
And I kept being like, well, Karen hasn't turned anything in, so I don't have to turn anything in. And I'm going to wait till Karen turns something in before I turn something in.
yeah, it was the great standoff.
Yep.
The editor loved it. She thought it was precious. So yeah, I got the idea of that because I was staring at the title, which is How to Be a Latchkey Kid. And then I was just like, the pictures that were coming into my head were so specific. It was the second house we lived in Petaluma on Eastman Lane. It was where all the main memories happened to me. Like it's always set there in my mind. And so, and I could think of 20 different things that would happen constantly. And I just suddenly was like, tell people, think of the children who would never be latchkey kids,
Right.
who have no idea what this even means. Explain to them moment by moment.
Yeah, because it's so normal to you. It was your childhood. But
Yeah.
then when you realize that some people don't even know what that is.
Have never been left alone like that.
Jim Kilgariff, for example. Oh, wait, because then she also wrote, what was your dad's reaction? And then she said, basically, I just want to know everything about that chapter.
I had my sister read the first pass, basically, but she was like, yeah, that's good. She did one of those, which the reason she's like that is the reason I'm like this. Like, she has never, no one in my family has ever
praise.
given me praise or approval. And so I'm always like, what if I did it this way? I reread it and realized that I went out of the voice of it and went back in and fixed it. And then she was, but then she didn't care. She's a single mother. She has way better stuff to do.
My sister, so we both have big sisters who are pretty close in age with us, and she got sad and couldn't finish it. And I think it's partly that I write about so many of the bad things I did and bad things I went through, like drugs and, going with strange men to the top of a fucking mountain and taking my shirt off.
Yep.
And as my big sister, she feels responsible and that she should have protected me. But she's 18 months older than me and going through her own shit. And it's just like, it's You know, you were my big sister, but we were both embroiled in our own crap. So I feel kind of bad that it bummed her out.
That's, well, but also I mean, I feel like that's true. That's like how it's really hard. All those stories it's not like, and then I won first prize.
Yeah, no.
We don't
There's no
fucking
first prize.
win any shit in that.
I barely got my high school diploma.
Yeah. And it is hard. Those are the parts. It's like writing about the juiciest parts of life are the hardest parts.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that the people that were with us don't want to go and sit in it with us.
Also, can I say I didn't thank her husband in my thank you, so I just want to thank Andy right now.
Oh, good.
You're a great brother-in-law. Apologies.
I think you only did family though, right?
Yeah, but he's family.
Oh, true.
I did my sister-in-law too.
blood.
I've known her for fucking 20 years. Andy, God, can you leave me alone? Jesus.
all these demands you keep making.
Okay. Did I just ask that?
Yeah.
Okay.
K Mooney, 22, says, just wanted to say that I've been putting off finishing the last chapter because I love the book so much. I love that. That's the ultimate compliment. It was beautiful and felt just like the podcast, like my friends were indulging me in all of their life mishaps in a beautiful, vulnerable, incisive way. So proud of you guys. So proud of you guys.
Thank you. So proud of you guys.
So proud of you guys. Questions. What was the hardest story to tell? Were there any moments or stories that you thought should be played down to protect someone? Like Georgia calling out her mom throughout? And what has been the best outcome from all the vulnerability you shared in the book? Bless.
Well, that's nice. God, there's just so much. I think the people who struggle with mental health, telling us that our frankness and our casualness about talking about it makes it like the stigma's gone of getting their own help.
Yes.
And I fucking love that so much. And if that's what our legacy is, that's
Hell yeah.
bigger than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
An impact I would have had on the world.
Totally.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah, you should be. It's very cool. And I like it because we didn't do it on purpose. Like
Totally.
it wasn't this weird plan.
Contrived.
Yeah. It was just, I didn't realize how many people were so self-conscious about it or ashamed.
Yeah.
But that's because, I don't know. I would say not the best outcome because I'm not really sure about the outcomes, but I'll say the moment that it felt like it was more than just, we put out this memoir, which is kind of how it felt like when we turned in the final draft. I was just like, get this away from me.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is even going to be. And we were in, I believe it was Toronto. And there were like 30 people from the booksellers. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they all met us in the hallway. And the looks on their faces, the way they were holding the book.
Because the book hadn't come out yet. They were like getting their first copies because they were all booksellers.
That's right. So they were early.
Yeah.
They were early readers. And we kind of all said hi and nice to meet you and everything. And then one girl just goes, it was a really good book. And she said it like, I need you guys to understand. And it really, thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't remember your name offhand. But it was that kind of moment where I went, oh, fucking thank God.
Yeah.
Like she understood the need. And of course we weren't going to ask that or whatever. But it was like she really needed us to understand it. And thank God. And it was the best feeling because it was like, yeah.
I agree. This is Gone Cyrillian. How do Karen and Georgia, it's you and me,
That's us.
remain so close? I feel like it would be difficult to maintain a healthy friendship after everything that has happened with their success. I'm truly envious of their friendship.
Oh.
Wasn't there a rumor going around that that we're not on a vacation, that we hate each other?
Yes. And that the podcast is ending.
Which is hilarious because we were in like our best, when that got spread, we were at like our best place in our friendship, I feel like, too, where we were like texting each other gifts all the time.
Yep.
And like, I don't think we've gone more than a week without texting, even when we're mad at each other and we're fighting about something. We still need to start texting. And I kind of love that, like, I think we're in a fight. And then I show up at the office to record something with you, and we're both just like, "Hey, how are you? What's going on?" It breaks this tension that for me is really hard, because I can hold a grudge and I can be a bitch and be like, "You do not get to see the cool Georgia part of me. You don't deserve it."
Yeah.
But when I walk in and we're both just like, "Oh, your hair looks cute. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Okay, we can dissolve this the fighting and just be like normal people, like sisters."
Yes, it's a sister thing. Yeah, friendship is like when you're a little more distant. And so it's like, can we get dinner on Friday? Where
Yeah.
it's like, I've watched you eat so many times. I've watched you pick things on menu. I could order for
Yeah,
you.
you could.
I mean, it was like being in the army or something. We
Yeah.
were forced together through great luck and wonderful success and whatever.
Like being in the army.
Yeah, you know how it is. But yeah, so it's the time we spend together. We have insane, as I like to call them, peak experiences.
Yeah.
Like when we walk out on stage at live shows, you and I are having that shared experience that audience is giving us, and we've gone into these realms together. So I don't feel like I need to be like, hey, do you want to get brunch on Sunday?
Right.
Because it's past that.
Right.
Every piece of furniture you own has a story.
Sometimes it's an heirloom, and sometimes it came with the house because it was too heavy to move.
If you're ready to start a new chapter with your home decor, there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time.
We've talked about Article for a long time. There are pieces in that catalog that are so affordable that are room changers. And if you go through there and there's like a little something you don't even realize you need it until you see how they have stuff set up or what style combinations that they're doing with. They do the boho chic. There's mid-century. It's a little bit modern. It's something new. Like there's so many choices in there and it's not going to break the bank.
As someone who's interested in tons of different styles and time periods, Article covers them all in one place. I love that.
I know I've mentioned already how much I love my entryway table, but I swear to God, because the path that it's on, I pass it 4 times a day, and I love it more every time.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Goodbye. Summer's for adventures, road trips, and adding a whole lot of miles to your car.
That's why it's worth stopping at Valvoline Instant Oil Change first.
If you need an oil change, make the smart stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change before you hit the highway.
Their trained techs can help you get road trip ready with an oil change and an 18-point maintenance check included with every oil change, checking your tire pressure, wipers, lights, and more.
That means they're checking important things before you're halfway to your aunt's house with no cell service.
And these aren't just any techs. Valvoline Instant Oil Change techs complete over 270 hours of training, so your car's in capable hands.
The best part, you can stay in your car and you're in and out in about 15 minutes.
So before your next long summer ride, pull into Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Change wisely.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's be real. We don't all have time to keep up with the latest fashion trends.
Some of us want to look stylish but have someone else to do the shopping. That's where Stitch Fix comes in.
Their expert human stylists get to know your lifestyle and budget so they can pick pieces that actually work for you.
Stop shopping and get styled today at stitchfix.com/murder to get $20 off your first order.
That's stitchfix.com/murder.
Goodbye.
Here, I have a good one, though. This is a good one.
Okay.
All right, here's another question. It's from Alice Yar. Let's be honest about the inevitable movie deal that's going to follow the book. Does she know something we don't know?
What?
So
How
my
the
question,
fuck would you shoot that movie?
here's a good one. So the question is, who's the cast of SSDGM, the movie? It's all toddlers with voices of grown-ups.
I mean, I would obviously love Lyanna Mormont from Game of Thrones to play me as a child.
Okay.
And then Sansa can play my sister. I don't know.
I don't know. There's no movie deal, guys. Write your local theater.
We don't know because remember, did we tell that story of when we were interviewed? We went on the CBS This Morning with Gayle King.
God, can we tell you guys real quick? Gayle King is the most amazing woman we have ever met.
Guys.
You
Gayle.
guys.
Did we even talk about this?
I don't think we've been recording
Steven
since then.
says no.
Great.
So when we went on that show, Gayle King, I was trying to tell Georgia, here's how it's going to go. Because that's what I always want someone to do for me that no one ever does. So I always think she wants that, which I don't think she does.
You've worked in live TV too, and I'm all nervous and crazy. And so you kind of calm me down. And this is great too about us is that we're never both nervous at the same time.
No.
One of us is freaking out and the other one's fine and calms the other person down and vice versa. So
Yeah.
I was freaking out about being on fucking live television, as you would. And Karen's worked in live TV a lot. So she was like, here's how it's going to go.
There's going to be a producer that comes in, she'll brief us, blah, blah, blah. It'll be a little jarring because we're going to actually see Gail and the other two hosts on the set, but don't worry, whatever. Well, 3 minutes into us being in hair and makeup, Gail King comes bounding in.
Powerhouse.
Literally went, Karen and Georgia,
Yeah.
like did a thing. And we were both like, our mouths are open.
Yeah.
And then she opened the book and she had made notes, and notes about
Bookmarks.
George's stories were in blue, and notes about my stories were in red.
Yeah.
She had read the book. She had made notes, done research. It was like above and beyond.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the question?
Movie deal.
Oh.
Movie deal.
So then the next day we went back and did the podcast that she hosted, and we talked even more. And at the end of that, when she was walking out of the room, we were like, thank you so much. It was great to meet you. And then she was like, she did that.
If she does it, then she knows.
This was from Taylor Eno. This is book related. This is how it starts. This is book related. How was doing that interview photo shoot for the Hollywood Reporter? P.S. Y'all look like $4 million.
Oh.
Cute.
I love a photo shoot, man. There's nothing I love more than getting fucking dolled up and photographed. Don't like looking at the photos after, but I think it's super fun.
I was in hell. The people couldn't have been nicer. We were at Edendale Grill, which is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It used to be an old firehouse. It's the coolest restaurant.
Yeah. But were you happy with how it turned out?
I didn't look at
You
it.
haven't looked at the photos?
No, I just gave.
We look hot, dude.
Oren gave me like 3 copies, and I just gave them to my dad and my sister.
Oh, you look hot.
Great. I mean, I'll never see it. That's just.
Oh, Karen.
It's just where we are right now.
I get it.
But I will say this: it was an honor.
Okay, here's one for you.
Okay.
This is from Katz BB. Karen, what made you decide to write your chapter on the Canadian alderman and mention Paul Bernardo? Fun fact, my uncle was one of his prison guards while he was on suicide watch when he was first arrested.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess because when we very first talked about doing that book, it was obviously they wanted the original voices that were like helping us. There was suggestions of there should be really strong true crime kind of themes running through it. And I think that also added to the delay when we didn't start writing it for so long was because it didn't feel right to, it isn't what we do. We're not true crime journalists.
Right. We write reports based on other people's journalism.
Yes.
Which we're very aware of.
Yeah.
So then to just pretend to be crime journalists just wasn't in our brains.
Yeah. And it wasn't something that came easily, but in talking, that's my friend, Paul Greenberg's story that I talked about, because it was basically my friend Paul Greenberg is from Toronto, and his mother had essentially a hometown where Paul Bernardo stalked her while she was swimming in her pool.
Oh, yes.
And she was older. She was in her like 60s or 70s.
Creepiest story.
And I remember when my friend Paul told me that story, and I just freaked out, and it was like, it's the best story. It's in the book, whatever. I love it. So in telling that, then it was like, then I wanted to draw in, and I'm sure Ali Fisher, our editor, made this suggestion too, because she was like, well, you've done this, so you might want to pull in some of the things that you learned when you were writing that.
Right.
I think I did that Paul Bernardo, Carla Homolka when we were in Toronto, because I used an article that a woman wrote that was amazing. She wrote an amazing article about him and how all that happened. And I drew from that. So it was like, I realized that was a chance to kind of pull in all these like cool writers, cool points. And it seemed to kind of get all of that taken care of in one spot, which is back in the day, which now it doesn't seem like that long ago, but like in the 80s, when people were faced with like a loose serial killer, serial rapist in their town, what they came up with was every lady stay home.
Yeah.
And that is the old way, that's the old way of criminal justice, the old way of law enforcement.
Yeah.
And that idea that I can't speak to anything about criminal justice or law enforcement in a real way, but I can quote other people that I think this whole wave of true crime popularity is about women going, yeah, not only are we not fucking staying home, but we're going to help solve these cases.
Well, I think it's important that you're writing it from a place of someone who has been scared of these things before as a woman and as a human being out in the world. It's, we're talking about our own fears and our own anxiety and our own fucking reactions and angers to bullshit like that. So that's what we can do and we can offer.
And thank you for mentioning it, because I was really worried about that, because that was one I had to like footnote, and then the lawyer was like, we have to make sure, because I didn't want anybody to feel persecuted or anything, but also like, let's make sure that doesn't happen anymore by saying it happened in the past.
Right.
But yeah, that was a worrisome chapter,
Because you had to get shit right, or it's in there in writing.
Yes, exactly.
Like Nora's misspelling of her name.
That is the craziest, funniest thing.
Yeah.
In this first edition, someone slapped an H on the end of my niece's name.
In the dedications.
In the dedications. Her name is spelled Nora. And of course, when I told her, she was like, that's okay. Like, she could give a shit.
It's a collector's item now. It's a collector's item.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. Well, so the next 3 weeks, we're going to be posting the top 3 episodes that you guys chose in the fan cult.
Yeah.
Of all time. We're really excited to see what you guys pick.
Yeah, that's very
And
cool.
Then we're back.
And then we gonna come back.
That's right.
Thank you guys for all of this. You know, we do get I especially get very self-conscious, but thank you for your grounding comments and support and questions. Ultimately, what you should know is that we've been having a really good time. This has been
The vacation or
amazing. I think the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think the whole experience.
The whole experience is surreal still. I still can't wrap my brain around it. I still get so excited to get, when a murderino comes up to me and recognizes me. Like, it's just exciting every time. This whole fucking thing is...
It's very fun. And it's more than just, I talked to someone named Stephanie in Bloomingdale's the other day for like 10 minutes, who stopped me and was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I was just like standing
I'm
around.
immediately like in the middle of going to hug them as soon as they're like, are you Jordan? And I'm like, hugging you.
So yeah, we're very grateful.
Yeah.
And thank you for the support. I honestly was so scared that this book was going to suck shit.
I thought we were going to get like on BuzzFeed about what monsters we are.
Thank you. And stay sexy.
And don't get murdered. Goodbye.
Elvis, want a cookie?
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye. Chief Caribbean's Jet Set July sale is here.
Right now, save $200 on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with promo code 200BEACH.
Whether you're dreaming of Cancun, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic, your next vacay just got more affordable.
Don't let summer pass you by without the beach.
Use promo code 200BEACH and get more sand for your dollar.
Head to cheapcaribbean.com today to book your beach vacay.
Goodbye.
This may surprise you, but clothes that feel good and look good don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Designs that make you feel as good as you look is what Hill House is known for.
Hill House Home invented the viral nap dress.
Hill House makes fun, versatile fashion that elevates your look. I now own 3 nap dresses. I love them. They're so comfy and cute. Pockets for days. You know? Get 15% off your first order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with code MFM15.
That's MFM15 for 15% off at hillhousehome.com.
Goodbye.